I'm Brian Batista, and my friends call me Bunny, and I'm in Scotland today, and this is episode 94.
Scotland. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away on a standby flight. I left at night, but I arrived the next day. And it's a beautiful day, and I'm driving through on the bus to Edinburgh, and I get to see castles and the greenery. And I should be asleep right now, but the best thing to do is drop the stuff off at the hotel, suit up, and get out. And the first place I'm going to go is nearby, and it's the Scottish Portrait Museum. And the first room up the steps in this museum is their library, which has a beautiful musty wood smell, the displays, and actual death masks. Okay, sorry. And out a side window of leaded glass, they are working on restoring some old buildings, which I'm told they do a lot of. At the Portrait Museum, there are many famous works by artists like Raeburn. And I'm very interested in 19th century art, and I love looking at the work of the past, before Impressionism, where representational skills had to be developed. I also visited some cathedrals, medieval in nature, with their stained glass and old-style construction. I also visited the Scottish Museum of Art, which had beautiful landscape works and a surprising collection of works by famous artists. Frans Hals, to the left. They had a Leonardo da Vinci. They had works by Raphael and Dutch masters. In here to the right, the way it was back in the day, how it was displayed, more salon style with the natural light flowing in from above. There are so many great works to sit and study. And also there an El Greco. What a nice little surprise. It's like this gallery has one of everything, including a sergeant. And on these bright colored walls, the gaudy frames seem to pop off beautifully. The other thing is the Edinburgh Castle, of which you get this great view of the city. And there are tons of museums which have both art and war memorial. And this really got me thinking about the time that they're highlighting and the struggle I'm having with this idea of colonialism. I go to these collections, and this was the time of enlightenment when they're expanding across the globe and, like science, just gathering and collecting things. And I love places like this, but there's a real conflict as to, we get to enjoy these today, and they're a little bit apologetic, but still they're not giving these things back. Here's a lovely écorché. And now I have taken a day trip to Glasgow. And there's a section of museums bundled together at their university called the Huntering Museum. And this has beautiful works displayed once again on these colored walls, and walking around the university and visiting the zoology museum. And this one here, you open the doors and this waft of stench. It's hard to understand how someone could be a zoology student walking into that smell, but they were really into this taxidermy and almost this cabinet of curiosities, collecting things from around the world. And here in Glasgow is Kelvin Grove. Now, Kelvin was a famous scientist who came about many discoveries. We measure our temperature by Kelvin. And in this museum, one half to the right is art, and the other side, both floors to the left, is more a collection of science things and discoveries. And I happen to be here and eating a snack outside, which is when I'm taking the shot. It's just around lunchtime, and that's just the time I get there. And I lucked out because at this time, someone is playing this wonderful pipe organ. I definitely found what I was looking for here, which was inspiration, but I'm carrying this weight of philosophical confusion. How does this all fit? How does the work that I saw, the colorist of the Edinburgh boys that I love, how does it fit in time? How does the surgical museum and these advances from Dr. Lister and science of this time, almost medieval, they were leeching people for a time. This growth got us to where we are today, but we really take for granted how archaic and yet at the same time how beautiful things were. And now it's like everything's just in a box for us to look at, like this war machine. And I think I'm just really trying to figure out what to take from this experience and where to go from here.
Thank you for joining me to my impromptu trip to Scotland, Edinburgh, and Glasgow. And do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.
You'll just have to live like I do in this liminal space. I've got no conclusion. So just stay tuned and join me again in the next episode.